So then we had the next segment with a podium. You know, if a podium's involved, it's got to be the Jericho Appreciation Society.
If it's anything stupid that would have fit in on Monday Night Raw 15 years ago, Chris Jericho is the one who suggested it.
Well, and here it is, including part of the wardrobe, apparently. It was the Jericho appreciators taking the time to give their victory speech. And there was, did you see Jake Hager? He, for a giant behemoth mixed martial arts shoot fighter, he is the most non-threatening, almost effeminate looking fucking human being I've ever seen.
Who do you think's getting paid more, Jake Hager or MJF?
No, I'm sure Jake Hager, because he once wrestled for the WWF, just not well. Hager has no facial expressions whatsoever. He stands there. He has no body language. He stands there with that moop look on his face. You know what a moop look is? That's where if you say to somebody, hey, and they go, moop, like, moop. Moop look, he's wearing a white t-shirt, white tennis shorts, and white tennis shoes with no fucking socks. He looked like a fucking ice cream man in Hawaii. Then the 2.0 and Garcia, I can't listen to this. All I know is that at some point, Moxley and Danielson and Regal and Yuta and Kingston and Santana and Ortiz came out, and they had a sloppy fight for about 20 seconds, and William Regal nailed Jericho, and the heels all ran off, and nothing else happened.
And naturally, William Regal nailed Jericho, so next week they'll have a debate, because that's the way most wrestling programs traditionally go. This is so bad. This is so stupid. And now, at least they got the whole Moxley thing tied up in this. It'll be just one program with all of these people, but they've wasted Bryan Danielson. Jericho's work is atrocious. Whatever anyone thought of Daniel Garcia or 2.0, they're now unwatchable. Daniel Garcia is horrible on the mic. And now we're going to get...
And by the way, did you see, like, we're mind readers. And it's especially... an accomplishment because this mind is so small. But I have hated the entire Blackpool Combat Club since the start. I hate they put Danielson in the middle of Moxley and Yuta. I hate that Regal is being utilized in this fashion instead of being potentially the commissioner of the whole company and making matches instead of Tony's coked out fucking hippity hopping up and down. But Regal just did an interview on some podcast and said, yeah, the Blackpool Combat Club, it was Moxley's idea. So we have him to, as if it wasn't bad enough that we have to watch him have these garbage matches and we have to suffer that fucking entrance. And we know that he's the one behind getting the bank addicted drug robber public attention lately because he's an idiot and he idolizes fucking trash like that. But now Moxley is the one responsible for taking away our heel Bryan Danielson. I will never forgive him for that. So
he's another guy with bad ideas.
You should know just automatically if it's a bad outlaw independent wrestling idea, it comes from a guy like Moxley. We should have known.
You know, for every Bob Dylan, there was some really awful singer-songwriter that sucked. And there are certain wrestlers that are creative. CM Punk seems to be the type who can come up with good things to be involved in. Or at least know when to say no to bad things. But there's way too many people in AEW, Moxley, Jericho, Malachi Black, I can go on, who have really bad ideas and really need someone to say, no, you're not doing that. Here's how you should be used.
Well, speaking of bad ideas, and Tony Storm wrestled Jamie Hayter. And I noted that Tony Storm looks great, but it's getting late.